Hello everybody, it is Skull Queen and welcome back to a new video. I just want to apologize in advance for how disorganized this video is. It's about 5 hours of footage all mashed together, but I am very happy to say that I have finally achieved 3 stars on Blood Drop, and you're going to see exactly how I did it right here. So you can see starting out, we were on the task where we have to complete the DIY projects and place the items on the insides and the outsides of these homes here. So I'm starting out with this, and I did have to time travel a couple days to be able to gather enough materials in order to complete all of the DIYs, but we did actually get it done pretty quickly. I did get pretty bored of having to gather the materials though, so I do become a dirty cheater and go to some treasure islands later on, but completing this task really wasn't too daunting. If you were just going day by day, it would probably take like 4 days, so I don't see why anyone would want to do that. Time traveling is definitely the way to go. Once all of the items were created and placed, I decided I could not deal with this hair anymore, so I crafted a mirror and I got my signature hairstyle back, which I was very happy about. And then I made my way over to Nook's Cranny in order to just buy every item that I could and also fix my eyeball because I had a swollen eye. We also go back over here to the resident services and unlock a few more of the Nook Miles items, including finally custom designs. So you'll see my look change about 5 different times in this video, but unlocking custom designs is so exciting, and I'm finally going to go on a code shopping hunt, so stay on the lookout for that video. So it's probably going to be one of the next videos that I post. Speaking of my look changing, on the very next day we had Mabel here, so of course I bought everything I could in order to get Able Sisters to open. So out of all of these amazing items that I purchased, I decided to put together my own little ensemble, which I might bring back because it was very good. And you'll see right here how stylish I am. And we continue running around trying to get 3 stars as frantically and quickly as possible. Here, I thought I was being smart by going to Harv's Island and trying to unlock some things earlier than we might normally be able to, but as you can see, Harv's Island is totally closed off, so I don't know when that's supposed to be unlocked. But once I time traveled over to the next day, you can see we have Mabel here again, and I actually went forward quite a few days because I read that you have to be playing in-game for 30 days or something like that in order for the upgraded Nook's Cranny to arrive. So I time traveled forward a few months, and you can see that's why I had the messed up hair. And here we go talking to Mabel, and she finally wanted to open up Able Sisters. So we decided to take a look at what she had to offer, and then I went and placed the plot down and time traveled again, and we were moving along very quickly. In order to get 3 stars as quickly as possible, what I like to do is buy pretty much any item that's in Nook's Cranny on any given day and place them around the plaza or around Nook's Cranny, just anywhere on the island. And really, furniture is going to be the biggest key to getting the 3 stars. I found this time that I really didn't even need to plant too many trees or bushes or flowers. It was really just about the furniture, and Isabel wanted a few more flowers. Once I planted like 10 more, that was when I got to 3 stars. So it really is mostly about the furniture. Just collect anything you can, get that catalog built up and place it around, and that's really going to help you advance. And here I start abusing Candy and Octavian because I time traveled forward one day and all 3 of those plots got filled by villagers that I would never have in a million years, so I had to go around and let them know how I felt. But you can see that we have resident services under construction. We are on our way to getting the full size, as well as Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters. I had everything closed on the same day, so there was no need in playing. I just went ahead and time traveled over to the next day, and at that point we had our full-size resident services and Nook's Cranny, as well as the Able Sisters open. And you can see that we also got Isabel, and that was another key in getting to 3 stars because you have to ask her the island rating. Heading over to the full-sized Nook's Cranny, again I purchased everything that I could in order to place outside and get that island rating up. And then I head over to the Able Sisters and introduce myself to Mabel and Sable. And I actually head over to the custom design portal and get my first few designs downloaded. And you'll get a little sneak peek of the entire vibe of the island. I really love how that glowy moss pathing looks, and even though my island is more of an abandoned city, I want to see if there's maybe a natural section that I can add and include that pathing because it's just really beautiful. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make it work on an abandoned zombie dystopia, so we will have to see. Finally, I was able to download some dresses, and you'll see my look change again for the 3rd time, but I love these dresses that I downloaded, and I went back and got a lot more off camera that I'm able to switch through, and you'd be surprised how many bloody dress designs there are out there. I was pleasantly surprised. Once I had all of my clothing designs downloaded, it was time to decide what to wear. So you can see I had a little bit of trouble deciding. I went back and forth between my signature moon face paint and the blood splatter, and ultimately I did choose the blood splatter, but I do miss the moon. I wish there was a way we could edit custom designs, or if I can get someone to add a moon to a bloody design. I just have no idea where to start with that. But you can see the dress that I ended up choosing. I like that the blood splatter kind of lines up with the face blood splatter. It's all on that left side, so I ended up going with that in the end, and I hope you guys like it. This is when I found out that we still needed to build a campsite in order to get KK Slider to come visit the island. So you can see that eventually I began running around, chopping trees, trying to collect wood. And the fact that we need 30 of each kind of wood is just crazy to me. I don't think a campsite really needs that much wood, and if somebody wasn't time traveling and wasn't going to Treasure Islands, I could see how they might be annoyed right out the gate having to chop every single tree on their island to achieve any goal, but I digress. Finally, the campsite was placed, so I went and talked to Tom and Isabel one more time and decided to go on a little shopping spree. Once I was done with all of that, I time traveled to the next day and got to see who our campsite villager was. And unfortunately, it is not a dreamy, and we have to take whoever the first campsite villager is. So I hope you guys are happy, or at least feel better about yourselves, that you're not stuck with who I'm stuck with. So I hope you're ready to see the torture. And it is dun, da, 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 Olaf. Yep, Olaf in all of his glory. Look at his little bangs. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of any of the anteaters, so there's nothing we can do about it. All we can do is act natural and get the heck out of there. So that's what I did. We were finally at the task where Tom Nook asks us to place a bunch of plots on the land so we can get enough villagers here to boost up our rating. So here I am placing them one by one, and I really wish Tom Nook would just let us grab 5 at a time, but no, we have to go back and forth, which is fine. Once we get all of the plots placed, I decided I was not going to make the same mistake again in getting them autofilled with villagers that I would never want. So I made sure I went villager hunting for these plots, and if you'd like to see that video, I will have it linked down below. But once we had all of those plots placed and the villagers filled, you can see that I go back and talk to Isabel and see what I can work on to get up to 3 stars. Here I am in another outfit, and I finally got another giant ribbon, which I'm very happy about. Once I talked to Isabel though, she explained that the one thing we need on this island is more flowers. So I decided to again be a dirty cheater and go over to a treasure island, just because I think the only color flowers I want on this island are going to be black and red. So I don't want to plant a bunch of white and yellow flowers that I'm just going to end up trashing. So I just went to an island and picked up all of the black flowers that I could fit and just place them over here on the side. I also got one of each kind of fruit tree and was planting those also in the same area. Once we get all of those planted, we're going to talk to Isabel again, and we'll see if we have anything else to accomplish before 3 stars. Okay, we got those flowers placed, and it's time to chat with Isabel, and she informed us we finally have a 3-star rating, and I couldn't believe it. I feel like on this island it took me so long for some reason, but we unlocked KK, went through this whole spiel, and we finally got him onto the island. So now the real fun begins. We can start terraforming, we can start code shopping, and it's gonna be so much fun. Okay guys, we have finally reached the end of this video. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking with me through all of the chaos and the outfit changes. But now the real fun begins, so please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!